Today's AskReddit post. What's the deadly animal most people think are docile? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. Hogs will eat you the first chance they get. Fun fact that I learned way too late in life. Pigs and wild boars / hogs are the same goddamn thing. You could have a fat friendly round pink happy piggy, release it into the wild, and literally within weeks it'll be darker, have hair and tusks, and be ready to duck you up in a heartbeat. Apparently they have this stealth gene in them. When the pigs are in captivity and taken care of, that gene lays dormant. Whenever they are sent out on their own, that gene kicks in and turns them into survival beasts. Bison. Every year someone gets hurt or killed in Yellowstone because they think the bison are slow and dumb, and you can take selfies with them. Really, they are quick and powerful, but have poor eyesight. As you approach a bison, it may not see you until you are close. Then it can panic and gore you. I'll never forget the horrified look my grandfather got when he casually told a father trying to set his toddler near a bison in Yellowstone, "You know, sir, that's a good way to get a dead kid." I went to Yellowstone and stayed in one of those little cabins for a night with my grandpa during a cross-country drive. When I woke up in the morning, he casually told me not to go by the window because we weren't ready for guests. Massive ducking bison, probably just trying to figure out its reflection. Pretty much any large domestic animal, cattle, sheep, horses, pigs, etc. We've bred them to be much more docile than their wild counterparts. And they are. But they are all more than capable of doing lethal harm to a human being under the right circumstances. Cattle and horses in particular are quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing around them. A well-placed kick can break a leg or leave someone permanently disabled. A lot of people aren't around livestock and don't know the basic safety rules, which leads to injury and occasionally death. Even people who work around them a lot can be stupid about it. I have a dairy, and one day had my neighbor's massive Angus bull end up on my property. I was trying to herd him to a corral with the help of 2 of my employees, where the neighbors could load him once we got a hold of them. But he really didn't want to walk past my milk barn. One of my employees walked right up to his head and was kicking his leg at him, not close enough to connect. I yelled at him and told him to go away, that if the bull wanted to he could have killed him right then. Guys like that are the reason I have no bulls on my dairy anymore. Well, that and bulls are just a pain in the ass anyways. Dolphins. Moose. Moose were my first thought. Moose will ducking, stomp you to death, and it's just another Tuesday for them. Everything is an insult and they will charge you about it. Moose bites can be serious. Otters. They're cute, yes, but they're vicious as well. Look up what frustrated males do to otter pups, then come back and tell me they're docile. Also swans. Basically geese that have glammed up. I know a trapper. He accidentally caught an otter out of season, so he called in a game warden. The warden shot the otter. Said there was no way it could be released as it would attack as soon as it was free. Cattle. I had relation that raised cattle for beef. She went in the pen to feed them, and one cow attacked. My relation hid under the food trough until the cow wandered off. She then managed to drive to the house and call 911 before passing out. Lost an eye, several broken ribs, internal damage, etc. She didn't remember which cow attacked her. About a week later her son was in the pen feeding the cattle when the cow tried to go after him. He was able to run and climb over the fence. The cow ended up with a 30-30 tranquilizer pill. He shot the cow. Hippos kill more people in Africa than any other wild animal. Than any other animal combined. That would be mosquitoes actually. Because of the diseases they carry, they are the deadliest animal on the planet. Raccoons. People think they are like house cats, but they will tear you up and infect you with rabies. Opossums on the other hand are like house cats and can't infect you with rabies. They are just not very cute, so most people think they're evil. Raccoons are also fearless. When we had chickens they were always trying to get into the chicken feed. I'd go out to yell at them and they'd just sit there, calmly eating and watching me. Freaky thumb having bastards. Horses. There's a saying that goes, the only safe horse is a dead horse. Christopher Reeves and Red Pollard are good examples of this saying. Yes, they're amazing animals, and it's been a privilege to grow up around them and have them. But I've also seen people get severely injured from them. Horses are extremely beautiful, but I'm always scared of getting close to them, because if they decide they want to get rid of me, I won't be able to do anything. Imagine being 4-year and are given a carrot to feed the horse. No big deal, except that horse was trained to give kisses after a carrot. I freaked out and have had a love/hate relationship with horses since. Hippos and chimpanzees. Bro, I ain't ever licking no frog again, that's all I'ma say. I don't even wanna know. Reindeers. They cause several road accidents each year and ran over Granny walking home from our house Christmas Eve. I mean, the average house cat can actually really mess up a person. If it wants to, you will definitely win in the end, but those claws and teeth can be vicious and really ducking hurt. They can definitely put you in a hospital. Pandas, they've literally got jaw and molars designed to chew through bamboo. People often forget that they're a panda bear, but still a bear if provoked. Also, Kung Fu Panda ain't no joke. Also super territorial. Wild pandas don't duck around when it comes to their bamboo castles. Otters. 1. Dogs. Or at least dogs you don't know. You never know how well trained someone else's dog or some stray off the street is. 2. Monkeys. Or non-human primates. But it's easy for the average person to understand why a chimp or gorilla might be dangerous. At least as dangerous as their sharp teeth are A, their smarts. B, their opposable thumbs, perfect for climbing, grabbing, and gouging. And C, many species have zoonotic diseases like herpes that can spread to humans. Bees. They look so cute and fuzzy, but you put one in your mouth because you think it's going to taste like honey. And who boy, it only takes 4 or 5 tries to figure out that will not go well. Was this written by my dog? Ha 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 ha. Not written by my dog. He's had double-digit tries to figure it out, and it hasn't quite clicked yet. At least he's handsome. Sea lions. Leave them TF alone. Too many people think they have the temperament of seals. DFQ you taking about? Seals are nasty too. The Canadian goose. These things will $sign and K you up. They have wings and can fly, but they will choose to walk, usually at the busiest areas, and block people and vehicles. I was going to post this, so instead take my upvote. Don't let your toddler chase Canada geese. They're fearless assholes and very protective of their young. Deer. They're responsible for the most deaths in North America every year. Car incidents are the ones people expect. The part people don't is how many people get stomped by deer every year. They think because they have a reputation of cowardice that they wouldn't stomp you into the ground. Dogs. Dogs will rip you apart if they feel like it. This is the most practical one. I get at least 2 to 3 patients in the year a week because of dog bites. I've seen everything from scratches and small bites to children and grown adults being killed or significantly disfigured from attacks. Blue-ringed octopus. It's the smallest octopus ever recorded, and it has the deadliest venom out of any sea creature. It's also really small, but people don't think it's dangerous at all due to its colors. Bright colorful creatures, stay the fuck away. If an animal exists in colors that aren't conducive to hiding in its normal environment, it's because it doesn't need to. If that animal is not also the apex predator of its environment, and *THOSE* pretty much always blend in so they can, ick now, predate the other creatures there, that should tell you something. Chimpanzees. I hate chimpanzees. Had a prof describe the personality differences between chimps and bonobos that lived on opposite sides of a river. Bonobos solved conflicts with quickies. Chimpanzees solved problems with violence. It was scary just how quick the chimps being observed in the wild were willing to go full on attack mode at the slightest inconvenience. Straight up cows. Mosquitoes kill more people, 725k plus, per year than any other living creature, including humans. We consider them pests in most of the developed world. But in certain parts of the world, those little bastards can kill you. Humans. Second deadliest animal in the world. Absolutely savage if feral or not properly raised. Even the properly raised ones can turn. Although sometimes many of the best ones can be found among the worst. There's a sloth called the Sloth, and it can secrete toxin from its armpits and rub it on its teeth to bite you. Probably slowly, but still it's apparently super painful. Sloth is a prosimian primate, not a sloth. Kangaroo. That boxing motion they do, that isn't cute. That's your 10-second warning that the kangaroo is about to duck your poop up. Moose. They have a nasty temper and the muscle to kill you, and the speed to run you down. Plus with their long legs and high center of gravity they cause a lot of fatal car crashes. Because in most cars 700 pounds of moose will go right through the windshield. Yup. But 700 pounds is a pretty small moose up here in Canada. They are routinely 1200 to 1400 lbs. There are some credible reports of 2000 pound bulls. That is a lot of muscle coming your way. Watch them gallop through chest high snow for reference. It looks like a train. Hippos. If you're in Canada, how's hippos especially? Humans. Don't trust. Giraffe. True, it doesn't happen often. But if a giraffe sets out to kill you, it can do so quite easily. One forward kick to the head, and you might be dead before you hit the ground. That's when the trampling begins. Fellow humans. We live in relative comfort and we are far from being violent for the most part. But in each of us there lies an animal side that is capable of incredible cruelty and proficient violence, if pushed to the bounds of survival. Not exactly deadly, but at recess in first grade a squirrel fell out of a tree and was dazed. A university student sitting in on classes picked it up. First time I ever saw someone leave via ambulance and there was so much blood. I'm 46 now, and that angry razor blade tornado is seared into my mind still 40 years later. Dogs. They're the second deadliest animal on the planet, only behind mosquitoes. Dave. Zebras. Like powerful, angry horses that bite aggressively and do not let go. Geographer cone snail. It's just a snail with a nice pretty shell. What could it possibly do to you? I'm shocked at how many animals seem to be rapists. Big dogs which the owners tell you he's just a big baby. Hippos. Beaver. More than one person has died when messing with them, and the beaver ran up and chomped their upper leg / femoral artery. Person bled to death. Beaver then took corpse underwater to its den, skinned it and made hats for its whole family. I know because this happened to my dad before he met my mom. Fun fact that I learned way too late in life. Pigs and wild boars / hogs are the same goddamn thing. You could have a fat friendly round pink happy piggy, release it into the wild, and literally within weeks it'll be darker, have hair and tusks, and be ready to duck you up in a heartbeat. Apparently they have this stealth gene in them. When the pigs are in captivity and taken care of, that gene lays dormant. Whenever they are sent out on their own, that gene kicks in and turns them into survival beasts. That sounds like a Pokemon upgrade. Pigs are in most of the places in the world where humans can live and farm, combined with movies / books like Babe or *CHARLOTTE' web, so most people don't really respect them. But in all of the natural world's crazy amount of predators and insane creatures, pretty much only tigers, full-on wolf packs, and huge old crocs are willing to mess with an adult. They are only tiny and cute for a few weeks. Within 1 year you are looking at 300 pounds plus of straight evil. Tasty, smoky evil. If human meat is long pork, doesn't that imply that pig meat is short pork? They will go through a body that weighs 200 pounds in about 8 minutes. That means that a single pig can consume 2 pounds of uncooked flesh every minute. Hence the expression, as greedy as a pig. Bricktop. That's all fine and good. But what I want to know is, what's happening with those sausages? Charlie? 2 minutes. Turkish. Unfortunately, most Canadians who were alive in the late 90s know this. There was a serial killer named Robert Picton who fed his victims to his pigs. I worked with a guy who raised pigs on the family farm when not at his day job. He's the stereotypical big, strapping farm boy, not a small or weak man. He said he never turns his back on the big ones. And when you got your 6 pieces, you gotta get rid of them. Because it's no good leaving it in the deep freeze for your mum to discover. Now is it? Then I hear the best thing to do is feed them to pigs. You got to starve the pigs for a few days. Then the sight of a chopped up body will look like curry to a pig's head. You gotta shave the heads of your victims and pull the teeth out for the sake of the pig's digestion. You could do this afterwards, of course. But you don't want to go sieving through pig poop, now do you? They will go through bone like butter. You need at least 16 pigs to finish the job in one sitting. So be wary of any man who keeps a pig farm. They will go through a body that weighs 200 pounds in about 8 minutes. That means that a single pig can consume 2 pounds of uncooked flesh every minute. Hence the expression, as greedy as a pig. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.